Hello, everybody. Bill Thornton, SoCal Saber. Thank you for stopping by. It is Saturday. And what do we do on Saturdays? We're going to talk about the music I listened to this week from my vinyl collections and my CD collections. Uh, so, don't forget, put some comments down there. If you have these albums, let me know. If you're not, what would you like the best out of these? At the end, I'll tell you which ones I like the best of the week. The first one we got started off with this week is a song called, from Dust Bowl, the UK, and it was from that guy's collection that Esky sold. I bought the first one, I really liked it, and I bought a second one. I wasn't too up on it, and then I bought this one. I wasn't up on it, so I'm not going to buy no more from this collection, uh, because he's got a different type of music in that. So anyway, the House of David is the group. It's a 1988 album. It's the only thing I have in the collection. And it was the fourth album by this British heavy metal band. The music is classified as industrial, punk, and noise. What is noise? I don't know. If anybody knows who creates all of these names for this different type of music, let me know. I don't know who does this. It's kind of trying to keep up with it's another thing. I asked, what is industrial rock? And this is what the answer that I got. Industrial music, also known as industrial, is a subgenre of experimental music inspired by post-industrial society, initially drawing influences from avant-garde and early electronic music genres, such as mystique, concrete, tape music, noise, and sound collage. That's what that when I looked it up, that's the answer I got. What the heck is industrial music? Well, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad, but I'll show you the. I don't think there's a enter on it. Let me check that though too. It's not going. It's not going to get. It doesn't. The House of David's not going to get on my watch list for any music in the future. And as far as this one goes, now this is only me. This does not mean that this is bad or anything else. It means that this is how I felt about it this week. I can only give it fair plus. Yeah, that's not a good way to start the week off with fair plus, is it? Come on, Bill. What's up? What's up with that? All right. So that was a 1988 album, Dust Bowl by Head of David. Okay, then I jumped in. I got on the re-release of Buckingham and Nicks. This is the 2025 reissue of the 1973 album. It's the only album I have by the duo in my collection. They both would later join Fleetwood Mac, so I got a lot of other music by them. All right, trying to get everything straightened out here. This has been out of print for a long, long time. The album was a commercial failure in its original release. And despite the duo's subsequent success, it remained without a commercial, remaster, or digital re-release for over 5 decades. Wow. Upon its release, though, it's charted in several countries, reaching the top 20 in Austria, Belgium, Croatia, Germany, the Netherlands, and the United Kingdom, and the United States. In the first week in the United States, Billboard Top 200 said it sold 30,000 in the first week copies. Was this a case of fear of missing out? Probably for me it was. I probably want it. Very nice looking blue. I had heard many times previous to the release that it wasn't a very good album, but I went ahead and picked it up anyway. It's nice to have in the collection, but I doubt it will get too much turntable time. You guys, excuse me if I'm a little off today. And so it's like to have it, and I doubt it'll get much play. The best I can do for it is G. So now I've had a F plus and a G starting this week. Wow. There's the hype sticker. It's inside of there. I had to cut it out. So that was the 2025 reissue of Buckingham and Nicks, reissue of the 1973 album. It's in my collection. How about you? Did any of you guys pick this up, or any of you people pick this one up? I keep saying guys. That's just an old habit. And this doesn't mean anything. It's just a lump name that I grew up with for everybody. Okay, next is one I got from Whatnot. I got it in a bundle. And I thought, well, what the heck? You know, it's in the bundle. There were other things in the bundle that I really wanted. So this was coming along. And I said, well, I'll give it a try. Because, you know, if any of you that followed me in the past, you know that I do like some rap. I like Eminem, I like Ice-T, LL Cool J, you know, the Beastie Boys. So this album here is a 2021 LP, Malpractice by Redman. It's the only thing in the collection. What really surprised me that it reached number 4 in the Billboard's 200 and was certified gold in July of 2001. You know, you guys know I just said that. That's just repeating that I like some rappers and that. But I'll have to be honest with you. It is a double LP. And I stopped listening after the first LP. I listened to both sides of the first LP. And I said, that's enough. Okay. That's enough for me. And unless Redman is in another bundle with something that I really, really want, I don't think there'll be any purchasing it. Let me check of the record. So my week has not been going along too well, has it? It's in the collection. And so, for the production, the way, you know, the way it's produced and the inners and the sleeves and everything, I give it a G. But for the music, I gave it an F. For the music, so what I've had music, I've done an F, a G, and an F plus. My first 3 this week. Strange week. I don't think I've ever had a week like this. All right, so now we're going to be moving on. We're moving on to a 2021 reissue of a album by Ghost. It's a 2021 reissue to 2017. It's 2 LPs on yellow vinyl. It's a live album produced and mixed by Tom Dalligate, featuring fan favorites spanning the band's catalog from Opus 16. I just got on board with Ghost here like last year when I picked up or it might have been this year, when I picked up their release this year, Skeletor. And I really liked it, so I wanted to try this one out too. Again, great production. Some people say that this is one of the better live albums produced over the last several years. It captures all the good points of their live performances. I almost saw them live. I almost did. I almost went up to Vegas, saw them, but I decided, wow, this old man going to be walking into this Ghost concert. They're going to think I'm crazy. But I do like them. I do like Ghost. Come on. Some of their music's a little on the satanic side, but that's okay with me. I just like their sound all together. Their music, not so much for the lyrics, but everything. I think there was another inner in here. And there was. Really nice production. Live albums usually contain songs that fans have heard before and everything. And a lot of times that turns the fans off. But for me, I'm a newbie to Ghost. I got to hear all of this stuff on here for probably the first time. So that was pretty cool too. Yeah, I got a little, I had to cut this sticker off of there too. Couldn't get it off. The last couple of ones I haven't been able to get off of the shrink and get on. You know, we got it's on 2 yellow albums. So, moving up the scale. Ceremony and Devotion by Ghost gets a VG. Probably could have got a VG plus because of the production, and I probably will change that to a VG plus because of the production of the and that. So I'm changing it right now to a VG plus. Okay, so that was the 2021 reissue of Ceremony and Devotion by Ghost of the 2017 album. All right, it's time we got into some CDs for the week. We're on the upscale. We're going up after all of those poor ratings I got. The first one we got this week is not gonna change the ratings down at all, and it is number 157, "The Division Bell" by Pink Floyd in 1994. It's the 14th studio album by Pink Floyd, and the second Pink Floyd album recorded without Roger Waters. It features Richard Wright getting a lead vocal on the album, and it's first since The Dark Side of the Moon in '73. David Gilmour's fiancée, novelist Polly Sampson, co-wrote many of the lyrics, which dealt with the themes of communication. It was the last Pink Floyd album, Pink Floyd studio album, to be composed completely of new material. this was really, really nice listening to. I was cleaning some records using my spin cleaning net. I was cleaning, getting some records ready to come into the collection net, and I had this playing in the background. It was really great. It was really great. I hadn't heard it in a long, long time. And this was the last album recorded with Richard Wright, as he passed away in 2008. It peaked at number 1 on 21 of the 24 charts that it went on to. It peaked at number 1. That is crazy good. It's a nice production for a CD too. All right, I'll just show you the nice CD. Pretty cool. Nice production. I haven't given out many of these over this is spinning number 97, so 97 weeks. I haven't given out many of these, but this production here and the music is getting an excellent, which is a step up from VG Plus. Really, really good. I enjoyed this a lot. So there it is. The Division Bell, 1994, Pink Floyd. Okay, so we've been on a roll now. We went down at the beginning. We started on our way back up. Let's see what's going to happen now. It's another CD. It's a 1979 album titled Gold by Jefferson Starship. This collects the band's 4 top 40 hit singles from the 70s, as well as 3 additional singles that charted in the Billboard Hot 100. This was really, really nice to hear. Some of the members of Airplane playing on here. Grace is on there. You guys know what I think about Grace and Airplane. Come on, let's see what we got. I'll show you that. I'm having a hard time getting this open. There we go. Not too much promotion wise. I've got another one I saw in my collection. I'm going to have to check out. I got another one that says the title Jefferson Starship's Greatest Hits. This is gold. Maybe that's Jefferson Starship after this era. Got some good music on here. Good to hear the Airplane gang for the efforts on this one here. I'm going to give this one a VG for the plus. Probably because I'm a big fan of Airplane. But I don't think I can't go any lower than VG on Airplane's music. All right. Okay, there's the CDs for the week. So the last one of the week is the album that's been in the collection for a long time. And this is number 86. This is a 1978 LP by Barry Manilow. Even Now. For those of you that haven't followed me before, you see that sticker up there. That's how I used to number my albums, and I had them in a database back in the day when I didn't know any better. So I don't take them off now because it'll just pull the stuff off. I have 3 LPs in my collection by Barry and a 5 CD box set. So I must like him, huh? I think a lot of his music has to deal with the times, and I guess I probably thought I was a big romantic or something like that. This album reached triple platinum and spun off 4 hit singles in 78. And the title song, Can't Smile Without You, Coco Cabana, Somewhere in the Night, and even now, which was also done by Helen Reddy. The Grammys that year, he was nominated for Album of the Year, but he didn't get it because Saturday Night Fever was out that year, and that was kicking butt for everybody. But he did get a Grammy that year for Best Male Pop Vocal for Copacabana at the Copa. And that remains Barry Manilow's only Grammy Awards despite 15 other nominations. So, I like Barry Manilow. Let's go VG with Barry this week on this one. This has some good songs on it. I was tapping my feet to that Copacabana one. I hadn't heard it in a while. Forgot about that. So, what tickled my fancy the most this week? Let me go up here. Well, first of all, I can't call something excellent and then not pick it. The Division Bell, the CD by Pink Floyd from 1994. And the other one that I'm going with, it was close. Once we got out of that past Malpractice and all of those, the Buckingham Nicks and Dust Bowl, once we got out of there, things started to get tough as the scale jumped up quickly. But the second one I'm going to go with is Ceremony and Devotion by Ghost. I really like that. It was VG Plus. I really like that album. And it'll get more playtime. So please go down there and hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't done so yet. So Cal Saber saying take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and stay safe.